Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1257 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 27th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1257. I'm gonna start with the word range. Got the A, N, and G yellow. So these three letters go somewhere else in this word. Did not expect the G to be not grey. Surprised about that. So, where does G go? It could be NG ending. That's definitely possible. For example, slang. Let's actually try that, because I feel like the A, N, and G are quite likely to go third, fourth, and fifth, respectively. So let's try slang. No way! Oh my goodness. Could this have gone any better? Slang is today's Wordle answer. I got it in 3 tries. So yeah. Started off with range. Okay, got 3 letters yellow. That's already lucky to begin with. And then I shifted these 3 letters 1 spot to the right. So I tried ANG ending because it's quite common and also the most likely in this situation. And I put an SL at the beginning because it's a very common double consonant. And these two letters are also frequently used. So I tried slang, and very luckily, that did end up today's Wordle answer. So yeah, today's Wordle, I got it in 2 tries. The Wordle answer is slangs. So yeah, very good performance today. Um, could not have gone better, honestly. So I'll definitely take that. So yeah, this is Wordle number 1257. Got today's Wordle answer slang in 2 tries. After I'm done with this, let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is November 27th, 2024. Let's start today's hard difficulty Sudoku. These 8s force the digit 8 into one of these 2 cells in block 2, and these 8s force the digit 8 into one of these 2 cells in block 6. These 7s point down, and this cell sees another 7. So in block 9, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. These 6s point right to force the digit 6 into this cell in block 3. The 6 points down, and the 6 points right. So in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into column 9. And then these 6s force the digit 6 into one of these 2 cells in block 6. Actually, let's just mark down the missing digits of column 8. The missing digits of column 8 are 3, 4, and 6. This cell sees 3 and 6. So this can only be a 4. And then 3 and 6 go into the other 2 open cells in this column, but this cell also sees another 3. So I can actually place 6 and 3 this way to complete this column. These 3s force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5. The missing digits of block 9 are 3, 5, and 6. Only this cell sees a 6, so it's 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6. This 2 points up to force the digit 2 into column 7 in block 6. This 3 points left, and this 3 points up. So in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into column 3. And then these 3s point down, and this cell sees another 3. These 1s point down, and this cell sees another 1. These 2s points left. Okay, this one points right to force the digit 1 into row 3 in block 3, and then these ones force the digit 1 into one of these 2 cells in block 2. This 9 points right to force the digit 9 into this cell, because we've also have this 9. So all of these 9s force 9 into this cell in block 3, which means that the missing digits of block 3 now are 1, 3, and 4. And these 9s force the digit 9 into one of these two cells in block 2. So these two cells form a 1-9 pair. As you can see in block 2, the digits 1 and 9 are missing. And once here, with the other 1s and 9s, force both 1 and 9 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 9 into block 2, I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 9, because both of these two digits can only go into these two cells. So this 1-9 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, because once again, they are reserved for 1 and 9. This makes the other 4 open cells in block 2 contain 4, 5, 7, and 8. I just see that the 7 forces 7 into one of these two cells, and 4 and 5 are not that limited. Okay, this 1-9 pair also works for row 1, because they line up in the same row. You could have also said that just by looking at row 1, these two cells, C, 1 and 9, but 1 and 9 are still missing from row 1. So in row 1, both 1 and 9 are forced into these two cells. So in order to fit both 1 and 9 into row 1, I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 9. Because, again, both of these two digits can only go into these two cells in this row. So this 1-9 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, making the other two open cells in row 1 a 2-4 pair. So these two cells are for 2 and 4, but this cell sees a 4, so I can make this 2 and 4 this way. Now the missing digits of block 1 are 3, 5, and 7. These 6s force the digit 6 into this cell in block 5, and then these 6s points left, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, and then these 6s points down, this cell sees another 6. This 7 points up, and this 7 points left. So in block 5, the digit 7 is forced into row 6, and then these 7s points left. This 9 points left and this 9 points down. So in block 4, the digit 9 is forced into column 1, and then these 9s point down, and this cell sees another 9. Okay, I see something. So notice that in block 1, the digit 3 is forced into column 3. So 3's here, with 2, 4, and 6 in the same column, point down. And in row 7, 2, 3, 4, and 6 points left. So, actually, I can make it even more simpler. I was gonna say that these 4 cells form a 2, 3, 4, 6 quad, but I missed this 4. So I should have said that these 4s point down, and this cell sees another 4. So these two cells form a 4, 6 pair. As you can see in block 7, all the digits are missing. So, that's needless to say, but these 4s and 6s force both 4 and 6 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 4 and 6 into block 7, I have to make these two cells reserved for 4 and 6. Because once again, both 4 and 6 can only go into these two cells in this block, because of these 4s and 6s. So this 4-6 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells as they are reserved for 4 and 6. Now, 2 and 3 cannot go into the 4-6 pair. I can eliminate 2 and 3 from these two cells. Now, 2 and 3 here points down, and 2 and 3 in row 7 points left. 2 and 3 cannot go into the 4-6 pair, so that leaves only 2 cells available for both 2 and 3 in block 7. Once again, in order to fit both 2 and 3 into block 7, I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 3. because both of these two digits can only go into these two cells. So this 2-3 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells because they are reserved for 2 and 3. Okay, so we have found two pairs, 4-6 pair and a 2-3 pair. Let's see if any digit lines up. This 8 points left, and 8 cannot go into the 2-3 pair nor the 4-6 pair. So the digit 8 in block 7 is forced into column 3. So this 8 points left, and 8 here points up to force the digit 8 into one of these two cells in block 4. I also noticed that 2 is a missing digit of block 4, but this cell sees a 2. So 2 is forced actually into this cell, because remember, there is a 2 in this pair. We know that in block 7, the digit 2 is forced into column 1 because it goes in one of these two cells involved in the 2-3 pair, and both of these two cells are in column 1. So 2's here, and this 2 force the digit 2 into this cell in block 4, and then these 7's points left to force 7 into this cell, followed by the 9, which goes into this cell, and block 4 is completed with an 8 here, and this cell is a 5. Remember, the digit 8 in block 7 is forced into column 3, meaning that this cell cannot be 8, so 8 has to go here, finishing up block 4 with a 5 in this cell. This 5 now points up to force the digit 5 into this cell in block 1. This cell is a 7, and this cell is a 5 for these two columns, because they can't go into the 4-6 pair nor 2-3 pair, so they're just the other missing digits of columns 2 and 1 respectively. 1 and 9 are the missing digits of row 7, and I'm not sure whether this is necessary, but the 1-9 pair in column 6 is now formed. So, as you can see in column 6, there are two open cells which only contain two certain digits. In this case, these two open cells only contain 1 and 9. And you should recall that in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. No matter what, we cannot have any empty cells in Sudoku. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must fit both 1 and 9 in these two cells. Well, I should say that I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells, because we have to put at least one digit into every cell. Every single cell in this Sudoku puzzle have to have one digit. And to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells. Because if I were to put them elsewhere, that means if I don't keep 1 and 9 in these two cells and put them, let's say, a 1 here, then at least one of these cells would end up being empty and have no value. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 9 in these two cells. So I can say that this 1-9 pair eliminates 1s and 9s from all other open cells in this column, meaning that no other open cell in column 6 can be 1 or 9. Um, I thought I saw a digit that got affected. Let me see. Alright, the missing digits of column 6 are 4, 5, 7, and 8. Okay, never mind. Maybe I saw something wrongly. Um, it's alright. We'll just keep in mind that these four open cells, which are the open cells not involved in the 1-9 pair in column 6, these four cells are for 4, 5, 7, and 8. I can mark down 4, 5, and 8 in these in these two cells, I guess, because it's E7. Actually, I can keep marking down. This cell sees 5 and 8, so it's 4 or 7 only, and this cell sees A5, so it's 4, 7, or 8. Speaking about 5, the digit 5 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells, and while I'm here, I'm just going to mark down the 4s as well. Oh, 2 in this cell is eliminated, so I can force the digit 2 into this cell in block 6, and then the digit 2 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. The missing digits of row 4 are 1, 5, and 9. 1, 5, 9. Oh, these two cells see this 9. So in block 5, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. So this was the digit I saw that I forgot about. So yeah, 9 is forced into this cell in block 5, leaving a 1, 5 pair in row 4. This 1, 5 pair makes the other two open cells in block 6 a 4, 8 pair. But this cell sees an 8, so I can actually force the digit 8 into the cell in block 6, which makes the cell a 4. This cell now cannot contain 4. So let's double check. The missing digits of row 6 are 1, 2, and 7. This cell sees 2 and 1 from the 1, 9 pair. So indeed, this must be a 7. And then in row 5, 4 and 5 are the missing digits. We have a 4, 5 pair in column 5. As you can see, there are 2 open cells in this column, which only contain 2 certain digits. In this case, these 2 cells only contain 4 or 5. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 4 and 5 in these 2 cells. Because we can't have any empty cells. We cannot allow empty cells, so I must keep both 4 and 5 in these 2 cells. So this 4, 5 pair eliminates 4s and 5s from all other open cells in this column. Meaning that 4 cannot go into the cell anymore, so this must be an 8. Because, again, in these 4 cells, they are for 4, 5, 7, and 8. Firstly, it now cannot contain 4 and 5 because of this 4, 5 pair, and it also C7. So indeed, this must be an 8, leaving behind a 4, 5, 7 triple. This 4, 5 pair makes the other 2 open cells in this column a 1, 2 pair, but this cell sees a 1. So I can place 2 and 1 this way, which makes this 2. Okay, I can tell you that this cell is a 7. If you want to make use of the uniqueness of Sudoku puzzles, you can make this a 7. You can do it that way, because Sudoku puzzles only have one solution. And if this cell is not a 7, then there would be 2 solutions, having 4, 4, 5, 5, or 5, 5, 4, 4. There would be 2 solutions. So to keep the uniqueness of Sudoku puzzles, I can make this a 7. But I'm actually gonna solve... Well, I prefer solving Sudoku puzzles a more logical way. That means everything can be proved. So yeah. Well, I can actually prove this is a 7 already, by saying that these 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 2. Yeah, no need to use the uniqueness of Sudoku puzzles. You can just make use of these 7s, which also force 7 into this cell, which makes this 3 and 7, this a 4 and this a 3 to complete this row, this also a 5. 1 4 pair is left in row 3. Okay, this cell now sees a 3, and also 6, so for block 9, this cell must be a 5. So these 2 cells now form a 3, 6 pair. And I also notice that this cell sees 4, so I can place 1 and 4 like this, 1 and 5 like this. This cell now sees 5, so I can make this 4 and 5 this way to complete row 5. The missing digits of column 4 are 1, 4, and 9. This cell sees 9, so it's 1, 4. This cell sees 1, so it's 4, 9. And what am I missing? Let's see. Okay, because of this 4, I can eliminate 4 from these 2 cells, leaving a 5, 8 pair, and this cell also sees 5, so I can make this 8 and 5 this way. This 8 eliminates 8 from this cell, so all of these 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 7, which makes this a 1 and 9 to complete column 3 because of this 9. This 1 makes this, this 9 makes this a 1, 9, 1, 4, 9, 6, 4, 3, 6, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in 17 minutes and 12 seconds. So I would say the Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward, but it could get a bit somewhere in this puzzle. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So I would say it was mostly just pairs and triples as the key spots. For example, the 1-9 pair in block 2 or row 1. There was the 1-9 pair up here, which worked for both block 2 and row 1. So this 1-9 pair was definitely very useful. And then I feel like the 4-6 pair, as well as the 2-3 pair in block 7, really helped. The 4-6 pair and 2-3 pair in block 7 helped a lot. That actually helped finish up block 4 and made some more deductions in block 7. So yeah, the 4-6 pair and 2-3 pair really helped complete block 4. But these two pairs are in block 7, so yeah. Also, the 1-9 pair in column 6, and the 4-5 pair in column 5. So these two pairs towards the end were also quite useful for placing certain digits towards the end. So yeah, again, the 1-9 pair in column 6 and the 4-5 pair in column 5. So I think these were the key spots. Again, it was mostly just pairs and triples, which could get a bit tricky, especially pairs in this puzzle. But if you get past that, I'm sure there'll be no difficulty. So yeah, mainly pairs as the key spots of this Sudoku puzzle. So if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. Today is November 27th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1257 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!